Hi. So what does BOLO or STR or NWT even mean? You see these abbreviations on all of the selling platforms on like eBay, Poshmark, and Depop, but what do they mean? So in this video, we're going to go through the ABCs of reselling. We're going to break down all of those abbreviations so you understand them. You can list more confidently, figure out your analytics easier, and just know what's going on. So here we go. Okay, the first one we're going to tackle is STR, which is sell-through rate. This one's the trickiest one because it can be used in two different ways. One is to figure out the sell-through rate of what you've sold. So the percentage of the items you've listed versus what's sold in a certain amount of time would be your store sell-through rate for like the last 30 days, 90 days, however you want to figure it. The other way to use sell-through rate is when you're doing comps, when you're looking for how many things are listed, how many of a certain thing are listed, like you're trying to comp a Filson's flannel shirt. You search that, how many are listed versus how many are sold is your sell-through rate. So if you've got 100 listed and 80 have sold, that's an 80% sell-through rate. So that's going to have a high percentage of people looking for it and buying it. If it's 100 are listed and only 20 have sold, it's only a 20% sell-through rate. Not many people are searching for it or looking to buy it. So that's sell-through rate. Ready for the next one? Okay, the next one is ASP, or your average selling price. It's basically that. You add up, if you sold 5 things for $20, $25, $30, $35, and $40. You add those up, divide by 5, and your average sale price for the items you sold is $30. That one's easy enough. The next one, let's get to the next one. Okay, the next one is ROI, which is return on investment. If you pay $5 on a sweater and it sells for $30, your return on your investment is 500% because of the difference in what you paid for it versus what it sold for. COG, or cost of goods, is what you paid for an item. If you paid $4.99 for a vest at the thrift store, your cost of goods for that item is $4.99. Okay, the next one is cost of goods sold, or COGS, and that's what it costs, your cost of the goods that have sold. So if you sold something and those cost of goods were $3, $5, and $7, your cost of goods sold, or is those three amounts added up, or $15. The next one, NWT, is new with tags. The next one, NWOT, is new without tags. New with tags, you get something at the thrift store that still has the original hang tag from Macy's or wherever on it. That is new with tags. New without tags, as you can tell, it's never been worn. It may still have the string tag, but the actual tag is missing, or it just feels brand new, crisp. It's new without tags. Okay, the next three are really pretty self-explanatory once you know what the letters stand for, right? The first one is EUC, excellent used condition. The next one is GUC, good used condition. And the last one is VGUC, very good used condition. Okay, the next one is BIN, or buy it now. It's when an item is set where a buyer can purchase it immediately for a set price. So if you have a jacket listed for $29.99 BIN, it means it can be purchased online right then for your BIN, or your buy it now price. OBO is or best offer. If you have your items listed on eBay or Posh and you allow offers, well, on Posh you don't get to allow, they're pretty much can send an offer anyway, but it means if you have something listed for $50, you are open for offers for lower than that $50. So it is or best offer. BOLO, B-O-L-O. This is one of my favorites. It's be on the lookout. These are things that people are really searching for. They're the bangers that you hope to find every time you go to the thrift store. Now, we all know that the bread and butter items are what really pays the bills, but we're all on the hopes to finding the BOLOs when we're out shopping. So it's things to be on the lookout for, high in demand items. HTF is hard to find. These are things that are like, they're difficult, they're rare, they're limited editions, they're not easily accessible when you're out thrifting. ISO is in search of. A buyer can put something out there that they're in search of a Free People blankety blank dress, or whatever the style name is. Or a seller can be, I'm in search of, and whatever they're looking for. So ISO is in search of. And the last one is ASO, as seen on. It's usually as seen on a celebrity or a somebody famous on a TV show or whatever, like as seen on Phoebe on Friends. So that is basically what all of the abbreviations in reselling stand for. We didn't go deep into any of them. We can certainly do that on future videos if you would like. But when I first started reselling, some of these, I had no clue what they were talking about, and it was like learning a different language. So hopefully now you know the ABCs of reselling, and all of that is clear and understandable, and you're not mystified by all the mysterious letters anymore. Thanks for joining.